G'day guys, yo mate, Big J here, and welcome to another edition of Aussie Boxing Talk, the show that literally punches you right between the fucking eyes. And I'll show you, because someone called me bald the other day. See, I got a full head of hair, so get fucked. Right, I'm not bald. But we'll start off. I was watching Lennon Hoskins' Talking Boxing show last night. Great show as always. I got called a disgusting pig. Wow. Someone called me a disgusting pig because I refused to go along with the fact that women weighing in lingerie and promoting their OnlyFans is a bad thing. I refuse to go along with it. I think that's just ridiculous. And if you're doing that sort of shit, then you need to have a good hard look at yourself, ladies, because you're making a mockery out of boxing and you're just promoting pornography. So shame on any woman that does that. But I'm the pig. So you know who you are, Ellie, or whatever the fuck your name was. Go fuck yourself. Right? I'll say whatever I want on my show. You don't have to watch. So, anyway, do something about it. Anyway, what was I saying? So, we'll get on to the subject today. So, we're going to be talking about Shanika, Kaye Scott, Desley Robinson. More to a fact, Desley and Kaye, not so much Shanika. What's next for them? So, obviously, what's next for them is that, well, not so much Desley because she hasn't got one yet, but I have no doubt she will eventually. But Kaye can just fall back into her OnlyFans and rely on that. But, I mean, for a boxing sense, let's see what the real options are. So, both girls obviously lost their belts over the last week. I mean, it's funny how like 2 weeks ago we had an undisputed bantamweight champion, Shanika Johnson, and two Aussie born and bred female champions of all the belts at middleweight, and now we got none. So, what's next for Desley and Kaye? Well, the first thing, obviously, and this is probably what they should do, but I don't think they will, but retirement. And, like, the people don't like hearing the big R word, retirement, because like fighters like to fight and no one likes to retire. But let me tell you, the hardest thing for any professional in regards to anything is knowing when to pull the pin. It doesn't matter if you're a professional, whatever. You're a professional football player, you're a professional boxer, professional tennis player, professional firefighter, professional builder, whatever. Professional soldier like I was. Being told that you can't do it anymore or you shouldn't do it anymore because it's just going to make things worse for you is a very bitter pill to swallow. And the best thing to do is get out while you're healthy, wealthy, and wise. And for Desley and more so Kaye, because you got to remember, guys, these ladies are not young. These ladies are in their late 30s, early 40s. Kaye's 42 years old. Desley's 37, 38. Desley has children. Kaye doesn't. But, I mean, they're at the age where they can age a decade overnight in the ring. I mean, look at, perfect example was when Nina Hughes fought Shanika Johnson the second time. She aged a decade overnight. Right? And Shanika easily defeated her. Spence, when he fought Tim Tszyu, he aged a decade in a round. He was great until the fifth round came, and then boom, it just all fell apart. Once you start getting over your prime years, which for boxers is 35 plus, doesn't matter what gender you are, 35 plus, things start catching up with you. Right? Father Time is undefeated. It's just a matter of not if he gets you, it's a matter of when he gets you. All right? And I think at 42 years old, what does Kaye really have to offer boxing? And same with Desley. I mean, these aren't young ladies. I mean, what, they're just going to be cannon fodder for younger girls? But on the other side of the coin, I mean, there is retirement, and no one would berate them if they gave it up because, at one time they had all the belts at middleweight. In a very short amount of time, they had more successful careers than what most boxers have. I mean, name me a time. Our most successful middleweight male was Daniel Geale. I mean, obviously what Daniel Geale did was miles ahead, light years ahead of what Kaye and Desley did. But hey, at one time, both girls had all the belts at middleweight. That's never happened in Australian boxing, male or female. So they can have solace in knowing that, hey, even though they had, what many would consider a flash in the pan career, as in it was over. It's quick. It's been quick. They achieved some bloody good stuff, right? I mean, yes, you know, the middleweight division is rather weak, and let's be honest, you know, both girls were fighting pretty weak competition to get those vacant belts. The only reason they got those belts is because Carissa Shields gave them up, and she's got 2 of them back now. So yeah, I mean, so let's look at Kaye, and then we'll look at Desley. So Kaye, her options are she won't get a rematch with Shields, but she could challenge the Canadian girl, Tam Tirbu, I think her name is. I've got to get that name right. I've got to apologise to the Canadian. Sorry, love, I keep fucking your name up. That's completely unprofessional of me. I've got to learn a fucking name. Anyway, Tam, the Canadian girl. No reason why Kaye couldn't fight her. I don't think she will. I think she did say after the post-fight of Desert that she was looking at somebody else. But it's a quick, easy defense. Kaye does get a rematch, sort of, or a shot at the belts. Yeah, it's an easy fight to make. It shouldn't be too hard to do. But I was looking up the rankings for the girls at middleweight, and believe it or not, the IBO belt is vacant at the moment for the women. So Kaye and Desley could have their rubber match for the IBO belt. I mean, obviously, I'm a little bit disappointed because I really wanted to see Kaye and Desley have their rubber match for undisputed. That's what should have happened. But of course, you know, Carissa Shields wanted 2 of her belts back. The Canadian girl got her opportunity. MVP's like, oh yeah, the Aussie girls will just take the belts off the Aussie girls. They'll never see them again, which is exactly what will happen. Kaye and Desley most likely will never get another shot at either belt, any of those middleweight titles again. So the IBO was vacant. Australia has never had an IBO champion. We've only ever had one girl compete for it, Taylor Robinson. I think it was 2 years ago when she took on the Venezuelan girl. It was on the first, was it PBC or PBS or the Channel 7 thing, which was a disaster from the start. I knew that the fight nights I had on Channel 7, on 7 Plus. Taylor Robinson competed, got a draw, so didn't walk away with the belt. We've never had a female IBO champion. So the girls, Desley and Kaye, could have their rubber match for the IBO belt, and I don't have a problem with it because officially it's 1-1, even though it's more so 2-0 because a lot of people thought Desley won the first fight. Kaye got a gift decision, but, you know, nothing wrong with that. That would be a fight that I would welcome. You know, rubber match for the vacant IBO belt, no problem at all. The other option is both girls could move out to super middle. I don't think either girl could make 154. Maybe Kaye. I don't think Desley could. I don't think either girl could, personally. I mean, you know, remember, these ladies are not young. Losing weight as you get older, you know, especially when you're a female, not a good... I mean, they both look healthy where they are. I wouldn't think that they could get down to 154. And the competition is much deeper at 154. And the lower you go, for women, it's between 130 and 147 is where all the best competition is, and 118. 118 is a pretty strong division. But yeah, I don't think either girl could get down to 154. Both girls could certainly make 168. Lani Daniels is I think IBF and WBO world champion at that weight. She is a New Zealand girl. I think either Kaye or Desley might have fought her in the past or fought opponents that have fought her. So they could both go up to 168 and try their luck there. Once again, the IBF belt is vacant at 168, but again, if the girls are going to fight, they might as well just fight at middleweight for the IBO belt. I don't see no reason to go up to 168 to fight for an IBO belt when the middleweight one's vacant. That could be a option, and there's what's the girl's name? Frances Drews, I think her name is, an American girl that fought Carissa Shields. She's got a belt. I think it's the WBC. Yep, it would be the WBC belt. That's also another option if they're going to move up to 168. But I really don't think... I mean, I would probably... If it was up to me, if I could make the fight, I would go, okay, girls, rubber match, IBO belt. Let's make the first ever IBO. I know the IBO doesn't really mean squat in the scheme of things, but, you know, hey, why not? You know, the rubber match is there, the vacant belt's there, the first female IBO champion. Why not make it happen? I don't think too many people would have a problem with it. I don't think too many people would care, you know, because, you know, women's boxing, while it's getting more and more popular, is still nowhere near as popular as the men. And of course, with all the OnlyFans bullshit that they carry on with, it's pretty hard to take them seriously. So, as I said, Carissa Shields the other day just acted a complete fucking fool and just made a complete embarrassment of herself. And people are going, why the fuck are we watching these women box where some if not most of the fights are batshit boring. Some of them are pretty competitive, or they're just one-sided. All right. And then they're acting like strippers in the weigh-in. I'm like, no. We don't need that shit. But I think, you know, that could be a viable option for both girls to go for the rubber match and the vacant IBO title. I think that's really about it, because realistically, you're looking at either retirement, the rubber match for the IBO, or moving up to 168. I think realistically, those are the only three options either girl really has, because neither of them is going to get with a sniff of any of the sanctioned belts again. Not while the Canadian girl and Carissa Shields have got them. So it's either move up and challenge the New Zealand girl or Francesca Drew, or go for the vacant IBO belt. I think those are the really only real options both Kaye and Desley have got, or of course retirement and pursue other ventures, whatever they're going to do with themselves. So what do you think, guys? Do you think these are fair options? Do you think I'm completely full of shit and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about? Leave your comments, like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section. As always, tackle a bull, wrestle, crook hard, and yourselves the fuck up, and we'll see you again soon.